Welcome back to the Crypto Channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin just perfectly bounced from this exact area of support and is now starting to reject from this exact area of resistance in the immediate short term. And this is happening while we're seeing a retest in the US stock market of this crucial area of support alongside liquidity continuing to build above the price of Bitcoin that we need to pay attention to. So in just a moment, I'll be revealing my next exact prediction moving forward for Bitcoin and crypto, while Ethereum is also now perfectly starting to reject from my exact area of resistance here in the short term, while the price of XRP is also struggling along this line of resistance, but also still holding above this crucial area of support. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just before taking a look at the Bitcoin and crypto charts today, we need to take a quick look at the US stock market today. This is the S&P 500 index on the 4-hour time frame, and over the last one day, we saw a continued retest of this crucial area of support here. And so far, in terms of the actual candle closes here, we're still holding this crucial area of support. But if we're looking at the post-market trading, because as of recording this video, I'm recording this right after the stock market's closed for the day, but in the post-market, the post-trading day, we are seeing a drop back below this crucial area of support. So depending on how things go in the pre-market, potentially tomorrow, of course, this will be a crucial moment, at least here in the short term over the next day or so. But at least for now, in terms of the actual closes, the price action that occurred during the trading days, so far, once again, we are still holding this crucial area of support, at least for now, in terms of the actual trading day closes here. So overall, once again, we're still looking okay in terms of the US stock market, but clearly lacking bullish momentum. So ultimately, we're looking somewhat neutral in the shorter term here, struggling to get back up, but not necessarily seeing a huge crash all the way back down either. So that's still the situation for the US stock market, which means expect something similar to that for a lot of the crypto market, at least in the short term. And if we're taking a look at the Bitcoin price charts today here on the weekly time frame, the super trend indicator is still sitting in the red. And of course, we still have a massive bearish divergence on the weekly Bitcoin price chart, but we're also playing out this oversold signal that I've been mentioning over the last few weeks here in the weekly Bitcoin RSI for the first time since around middle of 2022. But like I've also been saying over the last few weeks, as I've also been saying, this is not necessarily a bottom signal. It's possible we can just play out a bit more of a relief in the coming weeks, and then it's possible we can ultimately see a continuation of the larger bearish trend later on, kind of like what we saw in the later half of 2022. And so basically, not a lot has changed over the last one day on the weekly time frame. And if we're taking a look at the 3-day Bitcoin price chart, it's a similar story here as well. Of course, the larger bearish trend is technically still the case here. We've not yet fully confirmed a reversal out of the larger bearish trend. Now, if we see a confirmed breakout above around 76 to 77,000 and actually start holding above this area on the price chart, in that situation, that would be the first strong confirmation signal pointing towards finally an end to the larger bearish trend and more of a bullish reversal lasting for at least a period of weeks, possibly months, if we see that breakout and actually hold that area as support. But once again, at least for now, we've not yet seen that. This is still acting as major resistance for the price, sitting in between roughly 72,000 to 76,000. And so obviously continue to expect a lot of resistance in the low to mid 70K area. And as for support, we have a lot of support at give or take 63,000 and also at pretty much exactly 60,000 as another key level of support to watch out for. And of course, we're still playing out this oversold signal on the 3-day Bitcoin price chart alongside now the oversold signal on the weekly time frame playing out, which means we're likely going to continue a bit more of a relief here, just a bit of a break from the larger bearish trend, but not yet fully confirming the end of the trend, at least right now. And if we're taking a look at the 4-hour Bitcoin price chart, looking at the very short-term moves, obviously over the last 1 to 2 days, we first of all rejected from this exact area of resistance as expected, came back and retested this exact area of support and then perfectly bounced from that area, and we bounced exactly up towards this area of resistance and perfectly rejected from this resistance again. And so obviously this is why I've been talking about this exact area of support and resistance time and time again for a long time now on the channel. Of course, we still have strong resistance in the low 70K area, in this case on the 4-hour time frame, sitting at around 71 to 72,000, but then especially entering into around 72 to 76,000 70,000, basically in the low to mid 70K area in this entire area right here. Expect a lot of resistance. We've seen the price turn around a lot on the price chart around that low to mid 70K area. But then obviously based on this previous important area of resistance in the short term, where we've seen multiple rejections from over the last few weeks, that has now officially flipped into new support, which at least in the short term is technically a bullish price structure, breaking out above a key point of resistance and then actually confirming it as new support. Obviously that is price structure that's building in the bullish direction, but remember, we're also still running into this significant resistance. So overall, we're still in a bit of a sideways price range, as we can clearly see, kind of just bouncing around relatively sideways, exactly as I predicted all the way back here. And so it's extremely likely that over the next 12 to 24 hours, just in the short term, it's extremely likely the price will remain in this smaller range right here within the larger range. So once again, holding above this support, but still struggling and potentially rejecting from this resistance. Of course, this support is still sitting at around 69,000 to 69.5K. This resistance, once again, on the 4-hour time frame, around 71,000 to 72,000. Now, if the price ultimately breaks back below 69,000 with confirmation, so candle closes confirming below that level and actually failing to get back above that level, in that situation, that would significantly increase the probability that we'll see a move back down towards around 65.5K to 66,000 as the next important area of support, at least in the short term. But once again, the immediate support is still at around 69,000 to 69.5K. And if we're taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, looking at the last 1 week worth of price action, and this is also visible if we're looking at the last 2 weeks worth of price action, we have a major level of liquidity building just above the price of Bitcoin at pretty much exactly 71.8K. So just under 72,000. We have a lot of liquidity building right there, which is what I talked about in my last video. Obviously, right around here in my last video, I said it's quite likely we'll soon see a bounce from this level of support, move up closer towards this resistance to potentially wipe out this liquidity, but then expect the price to struggle in this area of resistance. Was exactly what I predicted in my last videos, the most likely scenario. And obviously we've seen that perfectly play out over the last 1 day, but we've not yet wiped out that level of liquidity, which means, as always, no guarantees, but this is still acting as a magnet effectively on the price chart, helping to pull the price of Bitcoin towards this level where we're most likely going to wipe out that liquidity. Once again, no such thing as a 100% guarantee, but usually the price of Bitcoin tends to wipe out these levels of liquidity. In other words, we usually tend to hit these levels, once again, around 71.8K in this situation. And so this suggests that, once again, it is quite likely we could potentially soon see just another slight little bullish move at some stage within the next 1 to 2 days, not necessarily in the next few minutes or in the next hour, but within the next 1 or 2 days, it's quite likely we'll see another test of this resistance to try and wipe out that liquidity. But then once again, expect a lot of struggle in this area as expected, because it is still acting as major resistance. And so ultimately, that is my exact prediction moving forward and the key levels to watch out for the price of Bitcoin. And I would only start to flip a little bit more bearish again in the short term for Bitcoin if, of course, we start to confirm this break towards the downside again in the US stock market back below this area of support. That would increase the probability we'll see a break towards the downside for Bitcoin below this support. And then once again, as I said earlier, if we break below 69,000, of course, we have this next price target that I mentioned earlier. But once again, at least for now, we're still holding above 69,000 to 69.5K. So at least for now, that is my exact prediction moving forward. And obviously, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any crypto, you need to be set up ready to go on a crypto exchange. And if you use the first link below the video in the description and in the pinned comment, that first link below this video will take you to this page right here over on the 2bit crypto exchange, which, by the way, is a no KYC exchange. And it is an exchange that I personally use myself from time to time. And simply just by making your account using that first link below the video, once again, you can take advantage of 3.5 million USDT of a prize pool right here up for grabs, simply just by trading crypto using that link. So obviously, if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check this out, take advantage of this. Once again, first link below the video to 2bit. And on top of that, there's also exclusive bonuses that are only available if you're using the link below the video to actually make your 2bit account. For example, as you can see right here, you can get an extra 200 USDT into your account in actual withdrawable stablecoins just by simply trading crypto. So obviously, if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, once again, definitely check this out. Take advantage advantage of this. Once again, first link below the video, and remember, 2bit is also a no KYC exchange. But with that being said, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance chart on the daily time frame, and despite seeing short-term bullish moves and short-term bearish moves, for the most part we're still basically just bouncing around relatively sideways, which means a lot of the altcoin market on average is still likely going to perform very similar to whatever Bitcoin is doing, so keep that in mind. And if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the 3-day time frame, it's a very similar situation as Bitcoin on the 3-day time frame. Right now we're playing out this oversold signal exactly as predicted a month ago now on the channel, in the form of mostly choppy sideways price action, but slightly leaning towards the bullish direction, very similar to what we saw near the end of 2025 leading into very early this year. But remember, this is not necessarily enough confirmation to fully confirm that the much larger bearish trend is completely over. It's still a possibility right now that we're within the larger bearish trend, kind of like what we saw near the end of 2025. But at least in the short to midterm here, once again, we're still playing out this relief, at least for now. And we're also still bouncing in this sideways price range on the daily Ethereum price chart, bouncing between this support and this resistance. First of all, this support is still sitting at just above 1.8k, more specifically around 1820, and this resistance is starting at just above 2.1k, more specifically in between 2150 to 2250 as a strong area of resistance to watch out for. And if we're zooming further into the short term, taking a look at the 4-hour Ethereum price chart, obviously right now as I recorded this video, the price of ETH is once again perfectly rejecting from my exact area of resistance on the price chart, which I've not moved over the last one day. This area is still sitting in between 2080 to 2.1k. So in that exact area, once again, we've seen multiple perfect rejections from this area, which means continue to expect resistance in this area. In other words, rejections, or ultimately the price just struggling in this area on the price chart is a very likely scenario, which is once again occurring right now. And so obviously for the most part, we're still basically in a sideways price range, bouncing between support, rejecting from resistance. And as for support levels to watch out for, if we see a little further of a rejection here, slight little pullback in that situation, we do have a decent amount of short-term support around here, sitting at just above 2,000, almost exactly $2,000, around $2,010, acting as a short-term level of support based on previous resistance flipping into support. And below that, of course, we have important support down here where we've seen many bounces from over the last 1 month, and that's sitting in between around 1910 to 1930. So just above 1.9k as another crucial level of support here in the short term. And obviously, if we ultimately break out above this resistance here in between 2080 to 2.1k, in that situation, then basically just expect the price to continue into this next area of resistance that I mentioned earlier on the daily time frame, in between 2150 to 2250 as a strong area of resistance above the price. But overall, in terms of the trend and momentum, ultimately we're still looking very neutral, just bouncing around relatively sideways. So don't really expect a huge bullish move or huge bearish move, just expect very short-term bullish and bearish moves that kind of just change direction every day or every couple of days or so, bouncing from support, rejecting from resistance is still ultimately my exact prediction moving forward, and obviously still perfectly playing out here. And if we're taking a look at XRP on the weekly time frame, in terms of the longer term trend, obviously still very much bearish here, but in terms of the shorter term situation right now, we are still running into and still holding this crucial area of support here, sitting in between around $1.30 to $1.40. And this is an area of support that I've been talking about and targeting since much higher prices many months ago now on the channel. And if we're taking a look at XRP on the 4-hour time frame, looking at the very short term moves, once again, we have a lot of support at around $1.30 to $1.35. So in the lower side of that area that I just mentioned, we have a lot of support, as we could see multiple bounces over the last 1 month or so from within this area in the lower $1.30 area. And rather than having horizontal resistance, unlike Ethereum, for example, or Bitcoin, for example, having relatively horizontal resistance, XRP, on the other hand, at least in the short term, has this descending line of resistance. Now, you can argue that we also have a horizontal level of resistance around here based on these highs and these two highs right here, forming a relatively horizontal resistance sitting at roughly around $1.46 $1.46 to $1.48, give or take. But we also, once again, have this descending line of resistance, which is coming into play at roughly around $1.44 to $1.45. And so basically in the mid $1.40 area at really $1.45, give or take a few cents either side, we do have a decent amount of resistance around there on the price chart for the price of XRP. And obviously in terms of the trend or momentum right now, it's very much flat. It's very neutral. Of course, we could see short-term bullish moves and short-term bearish moves, but that's ultimately just making up a bit of choppy sideways price action, basically just sticking to a range right now. And so ultimately just expect bounces from support, rejections from resistance, and expect the price to really not go anywhere in terms of the trend or momentum, at least in the shorter term moves. But obviously we're not going perfectly sideways, but playing out choppy sideways price action. So shorter term bullish moves, shorter term bearish moves, which means we can still profit during all of this price action. For example, as always, not financial advice, but a basic example of a trading strategy to make some easy profits during a range like this is to simply just buy or long at support and then sell or short at resistance. Once again, not financial advice, but that's just a very basic example of a trading strategy of how we can profit during these sideways price ranges when the price is kind of just bouncing around, not doing all that much. But with that being said, if we're taking a look at Solana on the 3-day time frame, obviously in terms of the longer term multi-month trend, we're technically still bearish. We've not yet fully confirmed a reversal out of that trend, but in the short to mid-term situation, once again, we're still range bound, playing out a bit of a relief, playing out this oversold signal on the 3-day Solana RSI, exactly as predicted a month ago now on the channel, still perfectly playing out here. And if we're zooming further into the short term, taking a look at the 4-hour Solana price chart, obviously we're perfectly running into this resistance here as we saw just a couple of days ago. We also have a bit of short-term support, which I'll talk about in just a moment, but ultimately this major area of resistance is sitting at roughly around $88.60 to $90.70, give or take. It's a major area of resistance to watch out for. And as for support, I would expect a decent amount of support at roughly around $81.50 to $82.50. So around these lows right here, expect a decent amount of support. And obviously based on this latest local low, expect a small amount of support at give or take $84.50. But ultimately next important support at around $81.50 to $82.50. And below that, we also have a lot of support down here sitting in between $75 to $78. And clearly in terms of the trend or momentum that we're in here in the short term, we're clearly looking very neutral with the prices just bouncing around in a sideways price range as I've been predicting since basically over a month ago. So yes, we could see short-term bullish moves, short-term bearish moves, and yes, those short-term moves will basically flip direction every day or every few days because they're only very short-term moves obviously, but ultimately that's just making up a larger range that we've been in now for over a month. So basically I continue to predict this moving forward as a very likely scenario, at least over the coming days or possibly weeks. And if we're taking a look at the price of Chainlink on the 3-day time frame, it's a similar situation here, so I'll keep this very quick. Once again, longer term multi-month trend, technically still bearish. We've not yet fully confirmed a reversal out of that trend, but the short to mid-term situation is that we're still playing out this oversold signal as predicted on the 3-day Chainlink RSI, helping to cause a bit of a relief in the shorter term, but basically stuck in this range, bouncing between support and resistance. First of all, we still have a lot of support at $7.90 to $8.50 and a lot of resistance in between $9.50 to $10. And so at least over the next few days, possibly even another few weeks, expect the price to remain in this range as a very likely scenario, following very similar price action to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins, etc., as a very likely scenario for Chainlink and really a lot of the market right now. But once again, if you want to take advantage of any of these moves in the price of any crypto, get set up ready to go on a crypto exchange using the links below this video. If you want to take advantage of extra major bonuses only available using those links to certain exchanges like 2bit, for example, and if you want to actually know how you can trade these moves no matter what direction the price goes, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen, because the video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.